Hey guys, Big J here. In today's video, we're talking about the big upcoming news for the 2024 Supercoach season. Hope you guys enjoy. In 2022, we had changes. In 2023, we had changes. 2024, we've got changes again. Supercoach keeps evolving, and you guys hopefully can stick around for the whole year, enjoy the content, and we can ride along with you. Big J, what's the goss? Well, it looks like we're getting some extra trades. Last year, the trade boosts came in. They really changed things up, kind of gave us that acceleration that some people liked with their Supercoach teams and some didn't. This year, we've got extra trades. So we're going up from that 36, 35 mark last year up to 40 trades. There's a few reasons why. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why those are, why I think maybe it's relevant, why they're necessary, and then some things that might affect us throughout the season as well. Let's go into the reasons for the changes. So obviously there's a group of people that want Supercoach to go back to the way it was in 2017, 2018, before COVID, before the AFL itself has changed, right? And you've got the people now who are like, yeah, extra trades. That means I get to do stuff with my team. You know, I don't give up halfway through, all these other things that are happening. And you guys in the middle, they basically just said, hey, I don't really care. Supercoach is a game. I've got a life. I've got kids, whatever's happening. I like football. I like fantasy football. So that's why I'm here. I'm kind of in that middle, but as a content creator, you kind of got to roll with the punches, right? If you go and complain about, oh, Supercoach has changed, whatever, well, like, you can't go back in time. You can't magically decide to play with less trades or no boosts. I guess you could. That'd be a good challenge, right? If you don't like how Supercoach was, just play with 30 trades. Just pretend, cool, I've got 10 less. There's no trade boosts. Could work for you. The first one is retention rates. So I know something with Supercoach as a content creator. Halfway through the season, generally when the buy rounds happen, the numbers of our people watching the game just fall off. So that, yeah, general people who are playing Supercoach, that kind of thing, and watching content as well. So what that means for Herald Sun is that there's less people tuning in on the app. There's less people, potentially buying Supercoach Gold and then using the app as well or using the website. What does that mean? Well, Supercoach is a business. So that's why they've got to try and keep people involved as much as you can. If you had a shop and first half of the year was fantastic, great. If by the second half of the year no one came in, you're going to have to try and work out why that happened and what can you do to fix it. Hopefully the early trades do that for us. There's a lot of jumping off kind of by that middle period, generally because most people's teams are done, but also because a lot of people have used all of their trades. I know myself, I think I ran out of trades maybe round 19 or 20, and then had 3 or 4 weeks of just not doing much with my team. I'd log in, maybe I'd go and do a captaincy score, but it's really shit when you've got no good buy cover, when you've got no, when you've got a few injured premiums and whatnot, and you just have to sit there and be like, cool, oh, well, whatever, Supercoach is here. Enjoy the AFL like everyone else does, but it's a real tough one. The AFL is trying to combat that as well. If Supercoach didn't make money, the game wouldn't be around, plain and simple. Same with AFL Fantasy for AFL. If people didn't enjoy it, sure, but if the game itself wasn't making money, then it wouldn't be running. The Herald Sun's just kind of trying to break that even a little bit and create the good content, right? If people are staying on, if people are watching or looking at the articles or even just going on the website, it makes the game better for everyone. There's number one. More trades. Well, we know with the second half of the season when the normal buy rounds are on its best 18, right? Well, now we've got the early buy rounds. One of the big things with the early buy rounds is some teams are playing and some teams are not. And it really feels like a lot of the good teams aren't playing. So you've got Collingwood, you miss out on Nick Dacos. You've got Melbourne, probably a Gawn and a Petrarca and a few other mid-prices. GWS as well. The extra trades kind of help to navigate and help to allow us to navigate those early buy rounds. It's something that really, really is tough. And it actually means that a lot of teams aren't going to be the same. One of the things that we've seen so far, and hopefully you guys tuned in for our Rate Your Team session that we had a couple of weeks ago, but a lot of teams basically had the same midfield. We had the same 2 or 3 defenders, Hayden Young, maybe a Sicily, who don't play those early buy rounds. And then a lot of people were avoiding your Petrarcas. A lot of the guys were avoiding Tom Green and Goulden as well in that midfield. They're really good players. They should score well, but they're playing one less game than everyone else. Yes, Supercoach is designed for people who can kind of plan for these things. But in essence, it doesn't allow us at the moment, well, before we got extra trades, to be able to really plan for that as well. You're going to have some people who are ballsy, who come in and trade one of those premiums out and hopefully bring them back in. Or you're going to have the people that just play it safe and go the whole way through. This change, alongside a few other things, really helped to diversify our teams. And we know, the content creators will push the agenda a certain way in their sites. But hopefully, this means that you're going to have people who aren't as worried about their starting teams. They're going to allow them to pick some of these players and kind of play for those early buy rounds as well. I know Nick Dacos has come a lot more into my calculations now because, I can go and trade him out, trade him back in. No worries. It doesn't hurt me, doesn't hurt my bottom line, my pocket as much as what it would do. We've seen in previous years as well where round 22 was the last week. Now we've got round 24. So an extra round this season means that the game itself kind of has to equate for that. Maybe people are going to have injuries, whatnot. We spoke about that at the start. An extra round generally means a couple of extra trades. So that's kind of my reasoning why I think that's in as well. So it kind of helps to equate for that. Hopefully, it doesn't change the game too much, but that's kind of the reasoning behind that. Let's look at the strategy a little bit. So what's going to change? We've spoken about teams maybe not being the same, but I think it really helps to, we have a look at Supercoach kind of from a strategic side. Generally, a trade in Supercoach is worth around that 150K mark, if you have a think about it, right? Last year, when we got some more trades in, it went to kind of that 100K mark. I think in 2024, we're going to see a lot of people maybe waiting for one or two price rises and then jumping off a player. We're not going to be forced as much to hold these guys. Hopefully, they've had one bad week and then, we've had to keep them in because we just can't afford to trade. I really feel like that's going to change a lot for us this year. The game itself is going to be a little bit accelerated, but we found that in 2023. Some people had finished teams, let's say, round 10 or 11, which is bonkers. That's before the buy. Like, that's when your team's finished. I think it's going to happen a little bit more this year as well, but with round 0 as well, you can kind of plan who's going to go up and down in cash. So it really helps us there. I think a lot of people might start a few more of these mid prices that are actually playing the early rounds. So jump on a James Jordan because he's only missing one early game. You're not punished as much. Same with the Billing, same with a few of these other players as well. I don't mind it, to be honest. I think anything to really change up the game and kind of create different plannings and whatnot for different people, it works for us. We've got a month to go. I think a lot of people are going to hash this out. And obviously, this is an initial reactions video, so maybe I haven't covered something that you're thinking about. If I haven't, post it down in the comments. Let me know. I'm always keen to learn. And as a creator, if I learn from you, I can pass it along to everyone else. So no complaints there. Lastly, my thoughts on the changes. It's an interesting one, right? Last year really hurt me, not having enough trades. I'm always someone that tries to stay with the pack. Maybe I can do some things that kind of go ahead. That's what these extra trades are going to be fantastic for. If I end up, end of last season, I end up with Nick Dacos injured, right? Jack McRae injured, Jack Siebel injured, premiums on my bench who I couldn't offload because I had no money. I had no trades left either. So hopefully these trades kind of help me out with those. Keeps people playing, which is what I want. My other thoughts as well is that in Supercoach, in anything in life, everyone's starting from the same position. Maybe not so much in life, but with Supercoach, everyone's starting from the same position. It's the good players that will always shine. It doesn't matter the restrictions, doesn't matter what's happening. The good players will work out what to do. The bad players, or the new players will kind of just go along with the pack. They'll play the game that they want to play. So the changes, as long as they affect everyone, it's like a chessboard, right? Everyone has the same moves. It's what you do in the game that determines if you win or lose. Hopefully that kind of helps out with you guys. I don't mind the extra trades. Something different is something different. If the game was the same every single year, it'd kind of get boring, right? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Big J, hey, do I hate the trades? Let me know. Do I think they're good? Let me know. Do I even care? It's January. Why are you talking about Supercoach? It opens up in the first season game is in March. So it's kind of opening up, but you get what I mean as well. I think we've basically uploaded a video a day. If you haven't already, check out our player spotlight videos. I think Cam Guthrie's up tomorrow, and then Joe will be uploading a few more of those as we go. We'll have my player power ratings as well. So yeah, stay tuned for those. It is a bit of a controversial topic, kind of extra trades, things are changing. It's a bit of a beef going on at Twitter at the moment, but Hopefully you guys aren't involved in that. It is what it is, right? Everyone's got an opinion, and when your opinion differs to mine, that's just what happens. Hopefully we can catch you in the next one. All right, guys, have a good one. Remember, here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work so you don't have to. Bye for now.